Hello! So today I wanted to talk to you about building your credit in a hurry. A few years ago I decided I wanted to buy a house, and I had a deadline and a goal that I was going to meet come hell or high water. And so when I went to go look into purchasing a house, I realized that my credit was not where it needed to be. And because of some less than great choices as a teenager and young adult, I had a lot of things to clean up. And I was under the impression that anything that goes on your report is wiped off in 7 years. And apparently that's not the case anymore. Anything that's on your report, if it's on there for 7 years, they can sell it to another collection agency who can put it on there for another 7 years, and so on and so forth. So things can stay on your report for quite some time nowadays. So what I had to do, and everything that I'm telling you that I did, it worked great for me. I'm recommending for you to do it. Now, I'll provide links to everything that I discussed in this video on the description below. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. But first things first, obviously you want to go to annualcreditreport.com and pull your free credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You're going to want to look at those reports in depth and see if anything that might be inaccurate, any name that not maybe yours, or credits that accounts that you never had or you don't have any recollection of, and you're going to want to dispute anything that's inaccurate. There are different methods for doing that, and I'll post that all in the description below as well. But you'll want to dispute everything that is not accurate, and also anything that you think is just really old and you doubt that that company will have any record of the account anymore. You can dispute that also, because if they can't come back to the reporting agency with your information, then they have to delete it off your account. So definitely dispute anything that you think they might not have the information for. While you're doing this, while you're getting your report, you're reviewing it, you're starting to dispute the items, I recommend that you go to your local credit union or bank and get a prepaid credit card and a prepaid loan in increments of $500 to $1,000. So basically, if you were to get a $1,000 prepaid credit card, you would give them $1,000. They would turn around and put $1,000 on a credit card and give it to you. And then you would need to use that credit card and make payments every month to establish a history. So I recommend using anywhere between 9 and 30% of that credit limit, but absolutely no more than 30%. And some people would even say no more than 9%. So anywhere from $90 to $300 of that $1,000 credit limit you would want to use monthly, and then pay off the balance monthly. The best way to do this, I found, was to have a bill automatically set up to come off of that credit card. So let's say your cell phone bill is $150. Have your cell phone bill automatically be paid by that credit card, and then turn around and pay that credit card off with that $150 that you would be paying for your cell phone bill anyways. And as far as the loan is concerned, let's say you get a $500 loan, a prepaid loan. You give them $500, they give you $500 back. Then you pay on that loan. What I did is I took the money that they gave me back and I paid on my loan with that money. Every month, faithfully, had it automatically coming out, so I wasn't really missing anything and I wasn't having to do much extra. Now, what this is doing is it's building a positive credit history. You're establishing your credit history. You're making payments on revolving credit and installment credit. At the same time, you're disputing some of the negative items that are on your credit report and hopefully getting some things taken off. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do once you've started disputing, you started building your history, you're going to want to reach out to a friend or family member who has a really great credit history, either a credit card they've been paying on for a long time or a car loan they've been paying on for a long time. And you're going to want to ask them very nicely if they would be so kind to put you on as an authorized user on that account. The good thing about this is that it gives you all of that positive history of payments, but it doesn't make them liable for any of your bad history. It also doesn't necessarily give you access to use their account. So just because you're an authorized user on their credit card, you don't actually have the credit card information, you can't use it. So it's really a win-win situation. I unfortunately was not able to take advantage of that option, but it is a wonderful thing to take advantage of, and it can help tremendously. So if you have that friend or family member who loves you so much and has a great credit history, you could definitely use that. So if you're able to get the authorized user on someone's account and you're establishing yourself with your prepaid credit card and your prepaid loan and you're disputing all of your items, and you've come to a point where you're doing all of these things and it's helping, but you've still got some negative accounts on your credit report, you're going to want to start to reach out to those companies and try to get rid of those things. So let's say you owe AT&T a $100 phone bill from forever ago. You forgot about it completely. See if you can reach out to AT&T first, and if they have your account information still, because a lot of times it's best to go directly to the company you owe and not the company that they're paying to collect it, because you can pay a lesser amount. So that would be my recommendation, is say contact AT&T, see if you can pay them $80 or $100 or whatever, and have them completely remove that from your report. If they don't have your information, or if they refuse to do that, you're going to have to go through the collection agency. And collection agencies, there's a lot of different ones. There's a lot of really crappy ones. I wish you the best of luck in dealing with them. It's not always fun. But, excuse my phone. So sometimes you get lucky. You'll contact these agencies and try to bargain with them. Say, you know, I know I owe AT&T $100, but you're saying that I owe $200. All I have in my pocket right now is $80. Will you accept that, and will you completely take it off my report? And some might say, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do this. If they commit, you're going to want them to commit in writing if you can get them to. And not all collection agencies will commit in writing. But if they will commit in writing, you'll want to get it sent to your home, you know, via snail mail, or even emailed to you saying, you can pay this off for $80, and once you do that, we will take it off your report. That's the ideal scenario. You're going to get some collection agencies that will not give you anything in writing. That really stinks, but it happens. You're also going to get some collection agencies that won't budge. They will not bargain with you, and you have to pay the full amount. Here's what I'm going to tell you about that. If you get somebody who won't budge, call back tomorrow or the next week and see if you can talk to someone else and bargain with them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Some collection agencies, as soon as you call, they assign a person to your account, and that's the only person you can deal with. But I definitely recommend never taking the first offer as, you know, the best offer. Try again. If you feel like they're not going to budge, pay what you got to pay. At that point, what you're looking for is to see if they can either completely take it off of your account. Number 2 choice would be to get it to say paid in full. And your last choice would be to just have it say settled. Any one of those options, though, is better than having it as an active collection on your account. So do the best that you can. It is a pain in the butt, and after you start paying them down and you're getting these companies to commit to taking them off your report or to get to say paid in full, you're going to have to follow up. I recommend for however long it takes, once a week, setting a few hours aside to be able to contact these agencies, make sure that they are taking them off your reports. It usually takes 30 to 60 days for it to reflect on your report. So if you get that AT&T account taken off, you know, in January, it might not show up until March that it's off your report. But you're going to have to keep monitoring your report. So you're going to want to, I don't know, I mean, there are options out there. You can do $7 or $14 a month or whatever and monitor your report. TransUnion is the one that I worked with. They were really great in emailing me, letting me know when something was taken off or when something was put on or anything. Worked out great for me. Once you've gotten the contact, every you know, bad collection on your account, and you've gotten them settled or paid in full or removed from your account, you've cleaned up your history. You're already establishing your history with the prepaid credit card, the authorized user, and the prepaid loan. At this point, your credit score should have improved drastically. You're going to want to continue to monitor it, though. So after you've done that, what it took me was about a year, but it improved enough to where I was able to finance a house, car, get a Verizon cell phone without a deposit, all at once. I mean, I couldn't even believe how much of a difference it made. So at this point, your credit score should have improved dramatically, but you're not done yet. I mean, this is something, it's an ongoing process. You're going to have to continue to monitor your report. What I recommend is, you know, pulling a report quarterly. So let's say in January, you pull your TransUnion, and then 4 months later, you pull your Equifax, and then 4 months later, you pull your Experian. And you monitor them and make sure that there's nothing popping up there, or there's no old accounts somehow getting back on there, or there's nothing weird going on. Unfortunately, a few years after I cleaned up my credit, my identity was stolen. On the bright side, I was monitoring my report, so I noticed something immediately, and I was able to get it taken care of. But it's not a fun situation to go through, especially after I worked so hard to get my credit built up, for somebody to try to take that away. But nonetheless, let me know how it works for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I definitely wish you the best of luck in getting your credit cleaned up. It's a wonderful thing to have.